Alright, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe and like this video. So today, my client came in for a fill. She wanted to stay with nude, but get a different color of nude. So here I'm just filing off the nude. I didn't go all the way down to her natural nail. I will be linking everything that I used down in the description box below. So I think I'm going about 12 RPMs, between 10 and 12 RPMs. And so I'm just making sure I get a good bulk of the acrylic off. So that way I can go in and fill with a different nude. So I'm gonna let y'all watch this and I'll be back. Alright, so now that I've gotten most of the bulk off, I'm going in with my file to make sure that the edges are straight, because sometimes when a client's nail grows, it'll grow downward, so you want to make sure that it's even, or it's parallel and even. So that's what I'm doing here, making sure we get our shape. Since I don't have a lot of product on the nail, it's easier for me to file. So that's what I'm doing here, just trying to make sure everything's straight. You want to look at it from different angles to see, okay, did I miss something, or is it uneven? And then you don't want to file too much on one side. You want to keep going back and forth, so that way you don't take off a lot of the product from one side and then your nail just looks funny. But hers do grow downward, so I have to do quite a bit of filing to make them parallel, but that's fine. We can always fix the client's nails. Alright, so I'm going to be pushing back the cuticles, getting all the dead skin off of the nail plate, while trying to get most of it off. Now, this client, she doesn't really have a lot of cuticles, so it doesn't take me very long to push back the cuticles. I'm just trying to make sure that I get all the skin off of the nail plate. So now I'm going in with my sanding band to remove whatever I left of the cuticle on the nail plate, and to take off the natural shine, the shine off of the natural nail. So that way when you put your acrylic, it can adhere to something. And then as you can see, I'm trying to get that. There is like a spot where it was lifting, and so I'm just trying to get that with the sanding band. You want to make sure you concentrate on that, because if you do leave any of that in there and you do feel it, it can cause lifting. Moisture could be in there, and then it'll cause fungus, and nobody wants bacteria growing on their nails. So you just kind of want to make sure you don't want to push too hard, because you'll do rings of fire, and you'll also damage the client's natural nail. But as you can see, I'm just trying to get most of that lifting off. So yeah. So now I'm going in with cuticle nippers and cutting the cuticles. Sorry guys, I'm out of frame again. Like I said, she really didn't have bad cuticles, so it's not really that much for me to clip, but I still want to make sure that I get it. If you get any of this and you leave any of this and you do feel the nails, it can cause a lot of lifting. As you can see, that's why I'm trying to really pull from the nail plate to get that skin off. Now I'm just going in with the Young Nails Cover Peach, I believe. And I'm just slowly patting it into the cuticle area, and then pat, 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 and then slowly bringing it, pulling down gently, because if you pull too much, it'll bring all of the product, and that's not what you want. I end up having to go in with another bead at the corner just to make sure that it's even. But I'll just let you watch the application and I'll be back. So now I'm going to go in with my hand file to make sure that my sidewalls are straight. Just making sure that they're nice, crisp edges here. You don't file too much in one motion. Keep changing your motion. As you can see, I'm moving her finger all around to make sure that they do look good from all angles. And then I move on to the next one and do the same for the rest of the hands. As you can see, I'm kind of holding back her skin. That way I do not cut her. Because in this process, you can cut your client. I'm not too sure what grit my nail files are. But, sorry I go out of frame. But as you can see, I do hold her skin to make sure that I do not get that. Because when you do, by the time the client realizes that it hurts, it's already too late. You've already cut them, and you kind of don't want to cut your client. Nobody wants to get cut at the nail salon. So here again, filing from all angles, trying to make sure that I get around right in that area right there where the skin and the nail are, to make sure it's crisp and there's no extra product that's hanging down from there as well. And then I try to I didn't include this part because I ended up flipping her hand and filing the other way. Now I'm going in with my sanding band to seal the cuticles. Usually I use a different band. I wanted to try this method. It did take a little bit longer. Right now I think I'm on 7,000 RPMs. And I did have to do nail art, so I figured that if I just filed with this one, it'd be a lot easier. It just took a little bit longer, but if I would have used the other one, then I would have had to switch back to this one. So I just went ahead and used this one the whole way. So I'm not staying in one spot too long, because with this one you can burn your client. So I'm just going around the cuticle area and then going down, filing, making sure that at the tip you don't want it to be too thick, making sure I keep my apex, and making sure around the cuticle it's not too thick. Because if you do not have your apex in the wrong place, it'll cause lifting. If your nail is too thick, it will cause lifting. So you just kind of want to make sure that everything is all intact. I am having to put a little bit more pressure because, again, it's just a sanding band. So it's just made to smooth out the edges, not really take bulk of product off. So that's what's taking a little bit longer. I'm just trying to make sure I have my apex in the right area, just turning the finger around, looking at all different angles. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all keep watching this and I will be back. Alright guys, so here she wanted a French tip. Now when I put this color on there, it looked nice. When I cured it and wiped off the tacky layer, it just blended in with the nude that we used. So I had to file it off after I had already started doing nail art. I had to file it off, make a specific gel color for it to be a little bit darker. And then nothing was kind of working with this set. When I was trying to do the nail art, the black was just bleeding into the nail. So I had to put a matte top coat on first after I got the right color for the French tip. And then she wanted like it was a different nail art on each finger, so it did take a little bit longer. And like I said, nothing was really working properly when I was trying to do the set. So yeah, it was just a big old pain. But this is me painting. A lot of people think that it is easy to paint or to do a nail design. It's not that easy. It does take some practice, but you'll get the hang of it. You just got to keep practicing. Alright guys, so this is all that I included in the video because my phone did die while I was recording the nail art because it was taking so long and nothing was going my way. But if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. I will be linking everything in the description box down below. And thank you for watching my video, and stay tuned for the final product. Thanks for watching.